Bro, that shit gets me hype every time we do it. Woo! We back. Day 2, divisional round, playoffs. You already know we got only 2 games today, but we're going to go with some deep analysis. And I just looked around for my clipboard because I just did so many notes last night. It's not even fair. If we'll even get to them, I don't know. But this is the type of research the kid does for these games. And I still come out with bad picks and pick the Jags and the Giants. He went 0-2 yesterday, and you know who didn't go 0-2? The homie Syl ABDUL and the homie Necron. How we doing, boys? How we doing today?
Is it possible for me to go 0-2? I don't think that's possible. It won't be today either. But no, shout out to you, man. Day 2. Let's get it.
Day two. Necron, how you feeling, bro? Just woke up, but showed up.
Yeah. Good. I'm feeling good, dude. Yeah, I think I was picking Giants with my heart because I just wanted that home field advantage. I should have known better. But
yeah, I'm sure we'll.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
I was like, I have some feelings about that game.
I was like, where are they? This ain't the team.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was a tough game to watch, man. And it was just as bad. I was tweeting back and forth with S.2 on Twitter. I was like, bro, I'm sorry. To Marcus Neo Sevens, I was like, yo, I'm sorry. I know how it feels. Like, much love to you. When your team just doesn't show up, like you're like, yo, can we restart this game? What the fuck happened? Wait, hold up. Redo.
Right.
Like, what the fuck is going on, bro? But yeah, go ahead, Necron. I feel like you got about to say something.
No, I was just saying, maybe, we looking like the Eagles of the early season, they're just, they crushed, dude. They crushed. They showed everybody why they got that home field advantage in that bye week. That they showed up, man. Giants didn't.
Goodness.
It was terrible.
It was wild too. It was like the previous, like the first 10 weeks Eagles that we saw. That's the team that showed up last night.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever week 16 to 18, just fucking write that off, rip that paper up, throw it out. Like that team doesn't exist. This team came ready to play, and it's funny because you could see the foundation that was set last year. I mean, they got into the playoffs after the whole, manure, flour, roots gonna grow. Sirianni, the head coach Sirianni had his speeches are phenomenal, obviously. But they got that foundation. They somehow made the playoffs last year. Granted, it was a first round exit, but they're like, damn, we got to the playoffs. Everyone counted us out and we got there. Wait till we play next year. And boy, did they come out to play this year in general, and then first playoff game. I mean, how many like sweeping shots did they have of Coach Sirianni just freaking like I was like, damn, NBC. That was a crazy game though. Game.
Yeah, he put his DNA on the team, man. Like this been like 3 years in the making, I mean, like you said, last year Jalen Hurts, everyone thought he shouldn't even be a quarterback. Like, there was some terrible takes on Jalen Hurts last year. And so this year, I mean, if he didn't get hurt, he was MVP. I mean, they're going to count that against him because he missed a couple of games and give it to Mahomes, which, I mean, that's just Mahomes. But but Hurts, man, was the MVP all season. And, like, my thing was, like, if he's healthy, I didn't think he was going to be healthy for this game. He looked like he had some good drugs, and he was out there. He's out there ramming his injured shoulder into people. I was like, yeah, he's drugged up.
He ain't feeling a thing. Yeah,
I'm like, you can't beat that. If he ain't feeling nothing, it's over. Like,
we'll see him again next week, I guess. If it's gonna be like this, and who they're gonna be facing, determined today. So we'll get into the predictions, and then we'll see. We'll do a little preview of next week because it's just predictions. We have no idea who the fuck they're going to play yet. But the Eagles did punch their way into the NFC Championship game with very convincing fashion. Yep. And they're the number 1 seed, right? Like, they got home field advantage.
They showed up.
And be back in Philly next week.
And, it's like, it's not a knock against the Giants. It's just they probably were a year ahead of what they were supposed to do anyway, too. Just like, the Jags kind of fared better, but, for reasons. But the Giants was ahead of schedule. Like, they weren't even supposed to be here. And so you just figured they were going that magical ride. But so, Giants fans shouldn't feel just like, blow up the whole team. No, I mean, just give Daniel Jones some receivers, man. He just needs some help out there, bro.
He's got nobody.
Yeah, just build on that.
They won their was their first round pick or second round pick, the receiver who's like Tyreek Hills, who got traded. They traded him away too, like the only wide receiver prospect they had. They got rid of.
They traded him to the Chiefs.
Yeah, right.
Oh damn.
So, but he's always hurt. So, but no, I mean, like I said, the Giants, man, like I said, they didn't show up. They were outmatched, outclassed. Division rivalry. I did that whole Madden for you Madden players, like that whole 21-0 skunk. Like when they got down 21-0.
That was hilarious.
If you play online on Madden, head to head, the game will say, hey, you're kind of getting outmatched right here. You're down 21-0. Like, do you want to quit? Like, concede? And I was like, Giants should concede right now.
Okay, we lost.
Yeah, right.
Waving the white flag.
Turn the system off, dude. Turn the system off.
Next year.
Put the controller down.
Right. That's funny that's a online Madden rule, because I just grew up with that rule. If you had a bunch of boys around, you're all playing Madden. Like, if you're down 21-0, you don't get to play anymore, dude. Like, we're not watching the rest of this game. Because the games do take a while, obviously. They're just like football games if you play them, even if you have accelerated time on. So, man, that was always a rule growing up. 21-0, you're done, bro. Sorry. You actually 21-0 and you get a drive. If you don't fucking score in that drive, it's done. You got to give it up. And that's why
garbage time.
Exactly. And I feel like partly because of that rule, when we watch football games now, when we see teams down by 21 points, we're like, man, there's no fucking way you're coming back. So when teams actually do come back, you're like, oh shit, dude, they came back from 21 down. Like, what?
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Besides that, so the Eagles won convincingly. Congrats to them. Good job to the Eagles. Before that, we had the Chiefs versus Jags, and if you guys were watching that, you, me, everybody else who was watching that game was like, in the first quarter, oh no, is Patrick Mahomes like done? Uh-oh, this is like the worst case scenario. I mean, you got this guy signed for $500 million. Hopefully he doesn't get rolled up on like that so easily and just get hurt. I thought it was a problem with his knee. That's what I was more worried about. It looked like he couldn't put pressure on his knee, but he went out. I forget, was it Chad Henne? Something Henne is their backup. Goes down and drives like a 90-yard drive and scores a touchdown.
Yards, yeah.
What the fuck? That was great, bro.
Hey, that's coaching, man. You got to have a solid backup, not Teddy Bridgewater. You need to have someone that can come in there and run the system, and that's what Henne did, man. And it's fun fact. Well, not fun for Mahomes, but the last time he had an ankle injury, that was the year he won the Super Bowl. So. Maybe maybe it's something to messing your ankle up.
Yeah, right. Do some treatment. Get that treatment going, bro. Right. Yeah. Hey, it's not a coincidence. It's just it happens. It happens. You're gonna get injured, and hopefully it wasn't. Was it the same ankle? Hopefully it wasn't the same ankle. Does that be?
It was a right one, but
okay.
I mean, I'm not sure if that was the one he did a couple years ago, but I mean that was some tense moments because the Jags came to play, man.
They did.
They did better than I gave them credit for. Joe, I thought they were going to get blown out. They did.
Yeah,
not.
you did. Yeah, you did.
Yeah. So they showed up. They're only going to get better next season, and it came down. I mean, yes, you had like 60% Mahomes, that they were going against, for the whole game basically, but it came down to that last couple of drives, and their inexperience, those turnovers. Yeah, that was the difference in the game, literally.
Got to get that situational football honed in, and you guys will be a championship threat every single time. And it all depends. And the thing that sucks most about this NFL being, a professional league, and everyone having different contracts lined up, we don't necessarily know who all is going to come back for the Jaguars team, but we know they're going to get Calvin Ridley next year.
Yep.
That's going to be
top 10 receiver.
Yeah, it's going to be a big offensive team, and I think just seeing Trevor Lawrence elevate to this level of play towards the ending part of the season, it shows, and the way that they won all these games just shows the amount of grit that he has, and they've gone through adversity, they've gone through pressure situations. Now he's overcome those situations. So I feel like next year you can only grow from here. You can only look at this season, and use it as a learning experience, and look at those 8 games that you lost, and just learn from everything, learn from the wins as well. I think they have the most promise going forward in that AFC South currently, and maybe just as a young AFC team in general. I'm really looking forward to what they see and what they do going forward. Because that Duval team, man, they deserve one. They deserve one, dude. They've been to the AFC Championship. That's like one of the first expansion teams in the NFL too. So I'd like to see them win, and I'd like to see them get it done for Duval. Because, man, Jacksonville needs something, dude. They need something. So any more comments that you guys want to say? I guess we talked more about Jacksonville, less about Kansas City. Shout out to Patrick Mahomes, really fighting out an injury. And 60% Patrick Mahomes is still elite and better than probably half the quarterbacks in the league, if we're being honest. He is that great, and I'll never not give him the credit for what he does. Travis Kelce came to play yesterday as well. They have a lot of offensive weapons that the Jags actually shut down, which was 27 points is a lot of points, but we're used to the Chiefs scoring over 30 every time. And again, granted, Patrick Mahomes was down and was hurt, but I thought that was a great game to watch, and it was a lot better game to watch than the night game was. The Giants did absolutely not show up. We jinxed the hell out of them.
We sure did.
Hopefully we don't jinx too many teams today, and they just are able to play, man. But yeah, right ankle sprain. Right. Someone was telling me a grade 2 high ankle sprain. Yikes.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
It's going to linger, yeah.
Yeah, he had that right foot angled to the right every time. Well, okay. Hey, man. Hey, Pat is a bad man. I guess Money James has got to get on the scouting report for whoever wins the game today and let the Bills or the Bengals know that if he has his foot cocked to the right, he's throwing it. If he doesn't have his foot cocked, it's a run play. But yeah, playoff football is here, and today are the best games. They say the best for Sunday, dog. That first game, though. Ooh. This is a rematch. This is a rematch of a game that never finished.
Yeah, you are correct, sir.
At least it's in Buffalo this time, and it's not in like the same stadium, same time of day. It's like at least it's a different time of day, different stadium, so that all the bad energy is gone. I believe Damar Hamlin will be in attendance, which is crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Considering where it was a couple weeks ago, he's gonna be at the damn game. That's awesome. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And if you guys didn't know, I don't mention this enough, but I still have Damar Hamlin's toy drive fund in the description below. He's on every single Good Countdown stream since it happened. I've had that link in the description in case anyone feels so inclined. Whenever we talk about Damar Hamlin, to go ahead and donate to that. Man, what a story that is. But that being said, though, both of these teams are riding win streaks. And I guess if you played Wild Card Weekend and you're playing this weekend, you're on some type of win streak. But we're only 2 rounds into the playoffs. The Bengals are on a 9-game win streak. The Bills are on an 8-game win streak. They're both firing on all cylinders on offense. They're both playing pretty decent on defense. And they both have these and I don't know how this worked out, but they both have these quarterbacks who are looking at something on the screen. What are you guys looking at, bro? What are you guys looking at? But let's start bottom to top. Necron, go ahead. What do you think is going to happen in this game? Who do you got, Bengals versus Bills?
Oh, God, dude, this is difficult. This really is difficult.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get it in my head, like who can pull it out. I really can't come up with a conclusion, but I'm just going to go with Burrows and the Bengals because I like them. Sorry, Billy. But I mean, I'm not like, it's not like a damn hardcore pick either, you know, but that's just who I'm going to go with in the end. But I mean, the Bills could easily win this game as well. This one's a tough one. I mean,
yeah.
Whew. I expect a hell of a game too.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to go down whoever gets the ball last, and you know gets a shot. That's how I see this game playing out. If not, well, I'm totally wrong again, and it'll be a freezing cold take. But I'll go with the Bengals because I like Burrows in his style, and I like how he just this dude's confidence level just seems to never be shaken. Just keeps a steady hand, dude. That's got him to the Super Bowl last year. Hopefully, it'll get him there again this year.
Back to back. Yeah, I think the same as well, and I'll go more in depth when we get there. But yeah, I think Joe's got way more swag than Josh Allen.
Oh, we're going with swag. You guys, shit. That's an easy one, then. Yeah, we're talking about swag.
Bro, it's just like that's why I feel like you like Joe a little bit more too. And he played in Louisiana, not that far away from, he's a Southern boy. So, yeah, man, I'm looking forward to seeing how that plays out. And I think you're right. But what do you think as far as Necron? What do you think the score is going to be? How close do you think it's going to be today?
Okay, if I had to get a final score, 32-27, something in that nature.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I expect to see a high scoring game. These are potent offenses, so I want to see some high scoring.
Damn, bro. Yeah, I like that. Me too. Let's see some fucking offense, right?
Yeah.
I know defense wins championships, but let's see some fucking offense. Explosive offense. We got Stephon Diggs. We got Jamar Chase. Let's see them. We got T. Higgins. We got Dawson Knox. We got so many people, and we have explosive defenses as well on each side, which we'll get into. But 32-27 is Necron's prediction. We're getting
That's
real
up there,
specific.
I know, but I'm hoping.
Nah, I like it. That's a good prediction, bro. It's an educated guess, as we like to say in New York.
I do a lot of those.
So thank you for that pick. We got Bengals for the upset, technically, on the road for Necron. Now, Syl, what do you think is going to happen today at 3:00? This faded rematch, the hype levels in Buffalo are like no other right now. Damar Hamlin being on the field. How do you think everything plays out in Buffalo, Bengals versus Bills?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a fun game. Like you said, I mean, you're talking about probably two, pretty evenly matched teams, two top three quarterbacks basically in AFC wise. So every possession is going to matter, right? Every drive is going to matter. It's going to be, kind of nuts. I mean, overall, I think if like a huge defensive play either way, it could literally be the difference in this game, like a interception in the red zone or, it's just defensive touchdown. So, I mean, the Bengals, man, they proved, they're in this 3-hat race because everyone in the AFC was like Chiefs, Bills, whoever wins that's going to win it. And since last year, Burrow with the swag, he beat Mahomes in the playoffs. Everyone's like, what? You're not Brady. How did you beat Mahomes? But he walks the walk too, though. Like Burrow is that dude, man. And Jamar Chase is probably the best receiver in the game. And he has probably one of the best receiving cores in the game too, with as far as on the Bengals. So a lot of stuff going on with the Bengals, right? And they always have solid defense. So they're on the road against the Bills. Now, if everyone remember that faded night, Damar Hamlin, basically died on the field, right? The Bengals kind of had an early jump on the Bills that game, if people remember that. So who knows how that game would have went? This would have been a different home field is the whole point I'm trying to make. So, yeah. But the Bills, man, you got to think they're a team. You know, Josh Allen, he was probably first half MVP, but he's been turning the ball over a lot. And it's like, you know, will he get that together? Evenly matched game. It comes down to just like, what's the edge, you know, in this matchup? Because the Bills got offense. They got big game receivers, too. They got probably a better running. They probably could get a better running attack. I don't know. That could be even, too.
Yeah.
So it's like, how do you call it, right? Well, I think with the Bengals, the only thing I see, their offensive line's banged up.
Yeah.
They got 2 linemen that's out in this game. Now, I think, is one of them a tackle? Let me see.
Yeah, left tackle Jonah Williams.
Yeah, so left tackle, and then the guard is out, Kappa. So
Alex Kappa, yeah.
I think, they could kind of work around that. That's the only, edge. I would be like, well, the Bills probably, you know, since the Bengals are banged up on the offensive line. But I think the Bills, they're running off this Damar Hamlin. Sometimes you got to go with the story and, the emotion, and they're at home. You know, so they see their brother on the sidelines, you know, alive and watching them. I think that's going to be the edge, man. I think Josh Allen's going to take this game over. And I think it's going to be a close game, though. I think it's going to be like 2017. I think it's going to be ugly, but exciting at the same time. And I think the Bills going to pull this out, man. Let's give it to the Bills.
Bills going to pull it out at home? That's a good prediction, obviously. I mean, that's kind of
it's so close to call. This is it's close. I do feel, I know this is going in the future here, but I do feel whoever wins this game is going to have that kind of that push, because if Mahomes ain't healthy, I think these two teams feel like, we face a 75% Mahomes, we probably could beat them. So they're going to be scratching and clawing in this game, you know, to win this game. So.
Yeah. I mean, scratching and clawing is very, very apropos for the Bengals. You know what I'm saying? Those little tigers up there scratching and clawing in their way. Oh, man. But, anyways, Money James always got a problem with the music volume, bro. It's fine for us, so sorry if it's too loud for you guys. Yeah, he's always got a problem.
I don't really want to hear it that much, yeah.
Always telling me to turn the fucking music down. How old are you, dog? Turn the music down. It's too loud. So, with that being said, I'm just kidding, Money James. Thanks for being here. Thanks for your picks, obviously. I want to see. Let me go back up and read his pick real quick, or slip that he had today for this game. Chat's going wild, so I don't even see where it is. He had everything yesterday, but the Mahomes over, I guess, for yardage, because Mahomes was down. He had Mahomes for 275, but everything else hit for Money Train James. He's on a heater, dude. He's been sending me his slips. But today he's got 60 receiving yards for Diggs, Chase with 60 yards, 2, and then Dixon with 40, a Gabe Davis TD, and Josh Allen with 250 passing. There it is for posterity. We all know what your picks were. We're all going to clown on you if any of these don't hit. No, I'm just playing it. But those are good picks. And if you parlay those together, man, let me know what the payout is for that.
Let's see. Diggs, Chase. Yeah, hopefully that Davis gets that touchdown. I think everything else is going to stick.
Gabe Davis, is there?
He usually shows up in these big games.
Last week he had 9 targets, 6 receptions, 113 yards, and a touchdown. And he's one of those he's like a bigger receiver, right? He reminds me kind of like Chris Godwin a little bit, with the way that they're like possession receivers. They're not necessarily going to blow you away, but they run so well and they're so physical. Which is what you need for playoff football, especially against a defensive back like Eli Apple or anybody else on the Bengals secondary. When you're getting that touchdown, bro, you're getting hit. So you need to be able to plant your feet and fucking put your hands up and really catch that ball. Not saying that Stephon Diggs ain't that guy, but if I'm in the red zone and Diggs doesn't have someone beat, I'm throwing it to Gabe Davis just because I believe in him a little bit more. He's a little bit bigger. But yeah, Davis is a monster. Is tough. Yeah, tough, and he throws people. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's how I see it as well. But my pick for today and my analysis for this game is Joe Burrow. It comes down, and it's, let me keep it plain and simple from the start, and then I'll analyze it. Joe Burrow has more swag. That's what it comes down to. And the playoff comes down to clutch moments. I know we want to ride the Damar Hamlin storyline into this, but all I've seen, to no fault of his own, Josh Allen wearing his absolute heart on his sleeve. I mean, he can barely get through a sentence sometimes without crying. And I'm not saying, he didn't see or go through something that was traumatic or whatever, but you gotta be able to dead your emotions in the heat of battle. And you can't be in a clutch situation thinking about Damar Hamlin or thinking about the story or the emotions of the moment. You got to be able to shut that shit the fuck off. And guess what's been happening with Josh Allen, boys? He's had 1+ interceptions in the last 3 games. That includes last week during the wild card weekend. And he's lucky that it wasn't worse because he did throw 2 interceptions. You might have been watching that Dolphins versus Bills game and wonder why it was so close when Skylar Thompson, the 3rd-string quarterback for the Dolphins, was playing. And they're in Orchard Park. And how is that game a 1-touchdown game? It's because Josh Allen kept the Dolphins in the game by throwing interceptions. You can't do that. He is so emotional. It seems to me that he is not making the right decisions and he's just trying to make the most out of plays. Like, I understand you got to risk it to get the biscuit, but this is playoff time. You cannot be giving the football up. And that's what I feel like he's going to do when it comes down to when it matters most. He's going to throw an interception or do something trying to do too much in one play, and he's going to give the ball up. And the reason why he's going to be doing too much is because he's so emotional. And that can come to your detriment when you're a quarterback and you have to make sound football decisions. Now, the defense for the Bills, as you guys said, they are one of the best in the league. They actually are 2nd in allowing points per game with only 17.9, and they're 7th in 3rd down. Last week versus Skylar Thompson, still, again, I remind you, it was a 1-score game, right? Skylar Thompson had 2 interceptions as well and only a 44% QBR, and somehow they were still in the game. But because of the Bills' defense, they kept them out of it. You got to worry about Tre'Davious White. I'm sorry, not Tre'Davious White. He's on the Dolphins as well. You got to worry about T. Higgins and Jamar Chase against his defense because are they going to be able to do something? Because the defense has actually held tight ends to a 67.6 rating in the season, which is 1st in the league. I don't know if the Bills are going to be able to stop Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and the things that they have planned. I mean, last week they balled out, and I think that's just going to happen again, man. I think that the Bengals are going to show up. They're going to be cool. They're going to be calm. They're going to be collected. They're not going to have any emotions. They're going to understand everything else that's going on with the Bills, and they're going to understand the mission at hand, which is win this game, go to Kansas City or wherever the fuck. What is going to happen if whoever wins this game? I don't know who has home field advantage anymore. I forget because there was some sort of stipulation with the fact that this game wasn't played.
Yeah, because of those circumstances. If the Bills win, then they'll play the Chiefs on a neutral site. I think it'll be in Atlanta. If the Bengals win, they have to go to KC.
Yeah.
So it kind of screws Bengals either way, but yeah.
Hey, it screws Bengals either way, but that's the thing about an underdog, bro. When no one believes you're going to win, everyone's like, oh, Damar Hamlin's there. The Bills are going to be riding on a high. They're going to have emotions at all time. They're going to be so hyped. Yeah, to their detriment, dude. To their detriment. I believe they're going to.
So you're saying they're not going to be focused?
They're not going to be focused because they're going to be thinking about doing too much and showing out for their boy Damar. And I'm sorry, that's just how I feel it playing out today. And Joe Burrow is going to end the day with a fat cigar in the locker room and shades on, just chilling. Like, what I tell you guys was going to happen. And the Bengals going to get that win, and the Bills are going to go home, and we don't got to worry about them being on a neutral site next week. They can just worry about the offseason. And I can't wait till this game starts in about an hour from now, because it's going to be high-flying action. And as Necron said, I believe
every possession.
The offense of this game should really show out. And I hope that what I said about the Bills defense being one of the best in the league doesn't really turn up. But I think Josh Allen's going to give a couple 2-3 away as far as turnovers go, man.
So Allen's just a bum now.
Nah, he's not. He's not.
He's just a bum. He's just a bum now.
He's not. He still had 352 yards and 3 touchdowns last week, but you can't give the ball up with 2 interceptions in the playoffs, man.
Well, yeah,
They'll kill you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you do got to factor last week, too. I mean, the Bengals, they didn't look too pretty. They were playing the Ravens. What's the common theme here of division rivals? I think last week was just going to be a tough game for both of them,
right?
You know, because they're playing their rivals. I mean, the Dolphins, the Dolphins had no business being in that game. Like, I think that's clear. You know, even Carlos Bill talking to Chad, he was just like, man, like, you know, I'll take it. You know, y'all shouldn't have been that close, bro. So, but Allen pulled it out in the end, and hey, like I said, this I do hope it's high scoring. I just think it's gonna be ugly for some reason, but this is gonna be a fun game. You know, even if I lose, I will win just by watching this. So.
Hey, that's exactly how I feel, bro. That's exactly how I feel. And we start the game with this amazing storyline-driven game, and it's a new storyline. It most recently happened, the whole Damar Hamlin thing and the whole saga that week was with that Monday Night Football game. New story, right? New kind of memory for all of us. But what's an old memory I remember seeing as a kid? Oh, that's right. That's the fucking 49ers beating the Cowboys in the playoffs. Jerry Rice in the back of the end zone, dude. That's what I remember seeing as a kid growing up. And it's back. And they're back in San Francisco. I mean, technically it's Santa Clara. We all know how that goes. But I can't wait to see this game tonight, this afternoon. The NFL is getting us ready for this time slot, which is when the Super Bowl is played around 6:30, 6 o'clock. They're getting us ready a couple weeks in advance, starting these 6 o'clock games again. And I can't wait for this game, bro. Yesterday, I didn't really watch the games. I was kind of hanging out with my lady, but today, I'm watching these games, bro. I'm not going to get pulled away. This game has got me hyped. I wrote down so much for this game. But
it's going to be exciting.
It's going to be exciting, dude. I'm hyped for this game, bro. I am hyped for this game.
You know how many vintage highlights they're going to show? Like, remember when the 49ers played?
Even the pregame is going to be nothing but vintage.
How many times I've already seen the Jimmy Johnson post-game interview. He's like, how about them Cowboys? I've seen that
White
like
Clark catch. I'm sure Necron's tired of seeing that crap. They show that old Dwight Clark. Like, whatever.
Right, I know. Okay.
Now, well, if you guys remember,
the early '80s, yes, I know.
Talk about trauma, bro. Damn, bro, that's real. That's real.
No, that's really, they play that highlight every year for some reason. Like they play.
They're like, hey, Cowboys fans, remember this catch?
Remember, you just could never get past the 49ers in the early 80s all the fucking time.
Like 84, 85, and 89, I believe is what it was. Is when they went to
James stupid, man. That hand's sweaty already. Mom spaghetti. It begins. Oh man, this game is gonna be crazy, man. Every drive, man.
As Israel said, though, the 90s rivalry is kind of renewed because last year they played in the wild card round, and it was the same circumstances. Cowboys on the road, and I believe the same outcome is going to happen. But we're going to do it the same, bro. We're going to start this with our Cowboys fan
Woo.
on decky. We're gonna start it with you because I want you to come in hot, and I want to kind of react to what you say afterwards.
Right on.
All right, so go ahead. What do you think is gonna happen? Your Cowboys on the road in Santa Clara today versus these 49ers.
All right. Let's talk about that 90s when the Cowboys did go up to San Francisco and won the game. Was 93?
Yep.
They won the game, and that kind of renewed the Cowboys dynasty in the in the 90s. Are we going to see that again? I'm goddamn hoping so, because you know why, Austin? And I'm not trying to get you fired up about Tom Brady, because take Tom Brady out of the equation. The Cowboys went in
because he is out.
I didn't say it, bro. I didn't say it. But the Cowboys did what they were supposed to do last week. They went and beat an 8-9 team. That's just how I see it. And they got to exercise that Tom Brady demon in their head at the same time. That's why I wasn't doing cartwheels or anything like that over that win, because I expected them to win. You know, it's just, you know, you're playing a team with a losing record for a playoff win. I get all the, you know, it's new season, all that, but hey, you need to admit, even the Tampa Bay wasn't playing good football at that time. You know,
Well, they sucked, and their offensive coordinator sabotaged them.
Yeah, there you go. So that's why I wasn't like, the Cowboys, because I was like, yeah, well, you know, we should have won, you know. But now today, if we go up there and we beat the 49ers, I'm going to be doing cartwheels, because we're playing a tough team on the road with a good winning record, and also kicked our ass last year out of the playoffs. So of course I'm going to root for the Cowboys. You know, I ain't going to say, oh, well, you know, we got to play it safe. No, I hope the Cowboys go in there and freaking win the game. But am I delusional like it's going to be some Cowboy dominance? No, I think we're going to have a hell of a freaking game. But we're also playing, what is that, their third string quarterback who's killing it, you know, good coaching and all that. But I don't know, dude. This is the Cowboys' moment to shine.
Yep.
If they lose this shit, it's the same old crap, you know. Nice regular season, but no playoff success. Yeah, you know, we won the first round, but again, you know, it wasn't like we played a juggernaut team and beat them on the road. So I'm not going to be flipping out doing cartwheels, like I said earlier, over that, you know. But we beat the 49ers on the road. Watch out, Eagles. You're going to have a hot Cowboys team with a division rival that, you know, let's be honest, the Cowboys and the Eagles hate each other.
Oh, yeah.
That's just, I think even that one has surpassed the Cowboys Washington rivalry, because, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I think, you know, it's been Cowboys Eagles as the ultimate division rival in the NFC East. So I'm going with the Cowboys. I have to go with the Cowboys. You know, that's my team. But I do see, Dak, please don't, you know, throw a damn pick six right off the game. Put yourself, you know, down. You know, don't be playing defense for any other team. You know, you're supposed to be playing offense for the Cowboys. Play a smart game like you did last week, and we got a chance to pull this shit off. We don't make these damn mental mistakes. That's how Cowboys lose games. Because like Shannon Sharp says, they start doing Cowboy stuff. They start beating themselves. You know, turnovers, interceptions, and just terrible things like that. So. Go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys for you. Yeah, I knew you were going to say that, but I wanted to hear what your feelings were on this game. And now that you've had separation between the last win and this game, I wanted to hear what you were feeling, because we all said it after they won versus the Bucs. We're like, okay, yeah, cool. But what are they going to do against the 49ers? And who's going to show up then?
Which Cowboys team are we getting, you know?
Exactly.
The one, you know, the one that can go out there and show just total dominance, or the one that just goes and lays eggs. Because they've done both this year. Like, sometimes they look like, is this even a professional team? And then sometimes they're out there just destroying teams. So they're a very Jekyll and Hyde team.
That's a great way to put it. And one thing I'm sure you're aware of is that Dak Prescott hasn't strung two of these high caliber quarterback games together all season long. And it's either been good or it's been bad the very next time. And we got Real Talk giving you some eggs, bro. That's awesome.
Unfortunately, I can't counter that because that's what they do, man. They're like, hey, all right, we're looking great. Okay, let's go lay an egg now.
Yep. You're like, what the fuck? Who is this team? The one thing I will say, bro, I don't know. Did you see yesterday yesterday? I'm sorry, not yesterday. Did you see last week after the Bucks game when the players gave Mike McCarthy the chain in the locker room?
Yes.
You see that? He was like this. He was like, oh.
That bad, dude. I don't even know.
I fucking love it, dude. I fucking love it. I love it, man. I love
this
when a
is
coach.
The leader of men.
Hey, man. I love it. If you can get down like that with your team and not take yourself too seriously, I respect you more as a coach for doing that.
It's obvious too. The player, but that's what's kind of scary is it's kind of like the parent that wants to be the kid's friend.
Oh, yeah. I don't see it like that. Yeah, I don't see it.
You don't see it like that. I kind of do. I kind of see it like, hey, bro, you got to be their coach, And I get it. Maybe it's working. They got a winning record, so whatever. Right. If people, they win the Super Bowl or whatever, get to the NFC East championship. I'm sorry, just confused. The NFC Championship game. I can't really complain about the guy too much. He got him there. So
yeah. It's funny that you're already thinking that you won, and you're calling the NFC Championship versus the Eagles the NFC East Championship.
Yeah, we got to get past the 49ers first, and that's not going to be easy.
No. I think you talking about Mike McCarthy too is the view of a scorned Cowboys fan for many, many years. You thought you had a coach, and then they acted a certain way, and you're like, oh yeah, I like that. But then you're like, oh, you need to actually be the coach though too. Fucking Jason Garrett. Anyways.
Well, remember those against the Bucks last week? I was like, what is he doing going out on 4? Are you crazy? And I get it because Maher was just fucking terrible. And that could cost us, this week. That type of stuff.
Yeah,
it's gonna cost us the game if he.
Tell us what happened to the kicker, bro. What happened to the kicker?
Oh, what happened to the kicker? He missed 3 straight.
That what happened to him this week?
Oh, didn't he? Did he get cut?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I
fucking got rid of him, dude.
After Jerry said no, we're gonna stick with him, and they brought in some other guy. That is right, dude. I forgot. He got. Well, you know what, dude? Kicked. But I mean, that's scary too. So now. Before that, he was doing great, but
he got the yips at the worst time. And I don't understand, dude. Don't fucking fire. You still won. I understand that it's not good to continuously miss like that. However, it's the yips. You gotta understand that kickers get those at times. Mm-hmm. And hey, Jerry's Jerry. I guess they didn't.
What if it comes down to another 50-yard field goal? Maher can hit those things. He's done it before. So whoever, I don't even know who we got in there, but he's unproven.
Did they show up?
Yeah, is he going to be able to hit a 30-40-yard field goal? Because it just games are won by the kicker. So that's a scary situation. So that even makes my the plight of the team even harder. Now we just got a kicker in.
Yeah.
Someone's saying Maher didn't get cut. I know they brought in another kicker.
I thought he got literally fired. I guess I read the wrong headline.
I know they brought in another kicker. That's for sure. I remember reading that, but I don't know. Maybe he did or he didn't. But
somebody clickbaited me, bro. I got clickbaited.
You got clickbaited. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of that on the internet.
But hey, someone who definitely doesn't clickbait, Syl. What do you think is going to happen today with the Cowboys versus the 49ers?
I started clickbaiting. But yeah, so with this game here, is that a shot?
No.
But
It was a joke. It was a joke.
I feel you.
It was a seamless transition. That's what that was.
Like I said, like today, I mean, like I said, yesterday was good football, but in first, Super Wild Card Weekend was good football as well. These two games today, like I said, it's gonna be must see TV. Like I'm going to get my lemon pepper wings. Like as soon as I'm done with the show, I'm gonna be parked in front of the TV. Yeah, we're doing the lemon pepper today. But yo, this game for the Cowboys, like they showed a lot of grit. Dak showed up because he was literally looking like the third best NFC East quarterback in the playoffs, right? And like that's not good. You know what I mean? And so he steps up last week, and that really did show me something against the GOAT. Now, Brady, I think he kind of went senile, just throwing the ball away, and something went weird with Brady. But with Dak, he still had to take the ball and convert, right? Because he had to drive that stake home. So I'm like, yo, that showed a lot of grit. That was probably his best playoff performance, Necron, that I've seen Dak play.
For sure,
right?
By far.
So that's got to count for something, right? And so
it was actually.
The Cowboys got the defense. They got that. Mm-hmm. They got the receivers. They got the running attack. It's all about Dak, man. So you're going against the 49ers, who I think is the toughest team as far as physically in the league right now. Like, they will beat you up, like, on defense and offense. They have the receivers as well. They got the rushing attack. They got this quarterback who's like on a Brady story, that Austin would love. If he opened his heart up, like Purdy is doing exactly what Brady sort of did, 20 years ago, right? This is crazy. Like on the road, can Dak bring, can I trust Dak Prescott? That's because I trust Purdy. Purdy's going to just run the offense. Whatever Shanahan tells him, he's just going to do it. And the defense is going to show up, man. I can't trust Dak yet, man. I can't, I wanted to be like, yo, that was like a breakthrough. Now, I will say, I'll caveat this. If Dak wins this game, he's winning the Super Bowl this year. Like, seriously.
Dang.
Okay. If he wins this game, I was like, that. You can't, you go on a streak like this, and just, you're the reason, like, you're leading your team to these wins. Like his first year when they played the Packers, well, I thought that was a really good game he played too. They lost by a field goal against the Packers. I thought he was going to win a Super Bowl that year if he got past Aaron Rodgers. But this game here, this is huge. I don't trust Dak yet. I'm going to say 49ers because I just think they're the best complete team. I think they're going to beat anyone they play this year. But, man, if Dak finds a way to win this game, I'm picking the Cowboys the rest of the way. But just officially, I say 49ers. And if the score gets kind of high, I think the Cowboys are going to have actually more firepower. So 49ers got to keep it ugly, keep it low. And I think the 49ers will win it. But, man, I'm going to be excited just to see. This could be like a moment for Dak Prescott, man. This really can. And that's all you need is that breakthrough win, man. So we'll see. But, yeah, officially, 49ers ugly game.
Okay. And I should have asked Necron this because we did it before. But still, while you're still on a roll here, what do you think? And Necron, you can think while Syl is giving his. What do you think the score is going to be for this game, Syl?
I think with this, let's see. I'm gonna make this pretty ugly. I think for the 49ers to win, they got to keep the Cowboys to about 13 points. So, yeah, I'll just say like 24-13.
Damn.
49ers.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, if CeeDee Lamb gets loose a couple times and they get going, I'm telling you, if the Cowboy, if Dak gets a couple touchdowns, he does a couple drives, I think they just gonna roll.
They're gonna feel pretty good about themselves.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but I only could just go off of like, I kind of see what Dak possibly could. Again, I was really impressed last week. So I see what he possibly could do, but I don't know if he's gonna take that step right now. So we'll see.
I mean, if not now, when is he gonna take that step, bro? And I'm sure Necron can agree with that. I mean, Dak's been a quarterback for like 6 years?
7 years.
7 years. Yeah. So if he's not going to take that step now, then when? So
he has
Necron,
everything he needs.
You got everything set up for you.
There's no excuse. I mean, you got everything you need to succeed. The tools are there. Now you got to work with them, make them work.
Yeah, absolutely. So what do you think? With that being said, what do you think the score is going to be today or tonight?
Syl's going low, and I can totally see that. But I like high scores, so I'll go 27-24 Cowboys. I know that's a lot.
I want to see a good game, at least, right, Necron? That's what you.
Yeah, I want to see an explosive game. So I'll go with that score.
At least make it close too. Like, can we get it like?
But who if someone hits 30 points in that game, that's going to be the winner by far. That's
okay.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. That game's over.
I think it guarantees. If he gets to 30s, I think it guarantees the Cowboys going to win. I really believe that, man. If they get rolling, man, they're going to run them off the field.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they can, and that's what happens once they get rolling. They don't really stop.
Yeah, that is weird. They if they start rolling, that kinetic energy, on the team just starts getting more and more, and it's like, damn, the defense was doing crazy stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Then 11 from heaven, he peels his ear back, and he's just gonna rush.
Yeah,
once they get a lead, so it's gonna be, man. I know a lot of people, they're kind of doubting the Cowboys out there, and I get it. They're the Cowboys, but it's like you gotta try. You gotta see that maturation. Like Dak really stepped up, like in a primetime game last week, man. You can't lose that fact. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see, man.
Yeah, I mean, now that I've been keeping up on all the things that have been coming out of the Buccaneers
camp.
Good
line right there.
Yeah, that is a good line. Dude, Money Train is gonna be more of a figure on this show next season for sure. As far as betting goes, we got to get everything set up though. So that's not why we didn't do it this season. We just getting the format set up. But man, if you guys want to bet a nice little parlay for this game, there you are. Money Train James gave you his pick, and he's been on a heater. So if you want to get some free money, go ahead. But if you lose, don't come for me. You gotta find Money Train James on Twitter. But man, I think you guys picks are sound. Now it's funny that Syl picked the Niners and then kind of was like, well, I mean, that could do this.
Well, I mean, all depends on Dak.
Well, hey, you guys are saying that. Now I want to say this. And I want to give the Cowboys credit first. And kudos to Micah Parsons, first team All-Pro, got to the Pro Bowl, 13.5 sacks this season. Very good job no matter what side he rushed on each side of the defense. He's taking on the tackles, right? Now, that matchup, the key matchup there for Michael Parsons is which side are they going to line him up on? Now, on the left tackle side, you got the best tackle in the league with Trent Williams. For 2 years in a row, he's been rated the best tackle in the league, left tackle in the league. He is a force. On the other side, though, I'm sure you've heard of Trent Williams' name even because he's so good of a left tackle. The other side, though, you have a guy named Mike McGlinchey, who gave up 6 sacks this season and was ranked like literally halfway out of all the tackles. 31 out of 32 is what his rank is for tackles. So I imagine Micah Parsons is going to be lined up over McGlinchey a lot today. So that's something you want to be looking at. Whenever you see that name, McGlinchey, Micah Parsons is going to be on that guy's side. Now, that's the right side of Brock Purdy's offensive line. And that's his strong side. So he's going to be able to see that. You got to worry more about the blind side, which is why Trent Williams is over there. Now, Cowboys, without me saying that about Micah and me saying that about the offensive line, last season when they played, Micah Parsons got 0 sacks and 0 QB hits in that wild card round. Just a little thing to think about. This 49ers team is a running team. They come up with the wildest schemes. Kyle Shanahan has got those things down. And I think that he's going to be able to scheme up a way to shut Parsons out, and not necessarily even that, but to help McGlinchey out. They have Kittle. They have these big guys, Juszczyk. Like, they have big guys, and that's why they run the football. And I don't think we necessarily have to worry about the Cowboys defense getting at Brock Purdy, because what they're worried about is trying to stop Christian McCaffrey. You guys didn't talk about him at all. CMC is one of the greatest trades mid-season of all time. He put this team on a different level. And there's a clip of Brock Purdy going over to Christian last game, is like, hey, playing football is fun with you. Because it's got to be. You just literally just get the ball out, rip it to wherever Christian is, and he's just going to go off, bro. I think that the pass rush is a problem for the Cowboys, though. They do have 4 players with 6+ sacks on this team, and they're tied for 3rd in the NFL. And they have a 35% pressure rating, which is pretty fucking good. That's 1st in the NFL. So their defense is really good. I just think the running game is going to be able to do enough to amplify the 49ers play action. They're going to be able to do that, do everything that they've done this season. I think they're going to be able to. I have the feeling they're going to be able to do that. Now, they'll probably come out slow again. You'll see Brock Purdy kind of struggle again, but we saw him struggle last week early in the game. And granted, against the Seahawks, like, what are you going to do? They weren't the best team, but we'll see some real adversity. Like, Cowboys last week faced the Buccaneers, which wasn't a great team, and the 49ers faced more of a test, if anything.
Oh, yeah.
They got more competition, so they may be more ready. And here's the thing about, if Dak Prescott is not going to step up now, then when? My feelings on that is, guess who's already stepping up? Mr. Irrelevant, 3rd fucking string quarterback, has not lost since he started a game. And that includes his first playoff game. I think today the storyline of the Cowboys ends. And I don't think it's going to be abrupt. I think it's going to be a fight. I think that it's going to be a high-scoring game. But what's going to come down to is Nick Bosa getting on Dak Prescott. Now, one thing you guys also didn't talk about is how the offensive line of the Cowboys is a little banged up. We got a young guy who's been very good no matter where he's moved around to. Tyler something. I forget what his last name is. Necron, do you remember who his name is? Tyler something? I forget what his name is. A young guy, but they both have the same last name. There's two tackles on the Cowboys. He's moved around a lot. They've had a lot of things, a lot of moving pieces. And I think this Niners defense with Nick Bosa, bro, there's a reason why I like this team. I'm watching all the highlights from the 49ers, and I wish I watched them more this season. I always, when people say things that are, they make a point on the stream and I'm just in the background, I always go like this. I'm always like, you know? And that's Nick Bosa's celebration. He gets a sack and he just hops and he goes, well, that's just what I do. That's just what I do. And yesterday we talked about ranks and sacks for the Eagles. Well, this man right here, who had the most sacks this season? Nick Bosa. And you know who didn't go a single game this season? If he had 0 sacks in a game, he didn't go back-to-back games with 0 sacks. He got a sack the very next game. And guess what happened last week, Necron? He didn't get a sack. So I guess he's due. And that's what I think is going to happen. This game's going to come down to Nick Bosa forcing a turnover. Not only a sack, but forcing a turnover out of Dak Prescott. And the 49ers defense actually scoring a touchdown. Now, whether
on a turnover?
On a turnover.
Okay.
That's where the game is going to come down to. And I see this game playing out 28-21. It's going to be a 1-score game, and it's going to come down to that very play. It's going to be tied. It's going to look like the Cowboys are on their way to winning, and Nick Bosa is going to boom. And then once they go down and score the football, you're just going to see Nick like this. Well, I guess we were destined to win. So that's my prediction. 49ers for the win at home. Gonna be a bloody game. Gonna be a hard-fought game. But I think it comes down to the defense of the 49ers coming up big and not needing Brock Purdy to do everything as far as the offense goes. Man, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Exactly, bro. Tyler Smith, thank you, Frank C. I feel like Frank is also a Cowboys fan. He knows a lot about the Cowboys.
He sure does.
And Deebo Samuel is also going to be a threat today. Not to mention George Kittle. Like, there's so many players that we didn't even mention in this prediction. But as far as what we think is going to happen, I think that's how it's going to play out. And I think Nick Bosa is going to be the defensive player of the year, not Micah Parsons. And he's going to be the one who gets the W today, not Micah Parsons. Now, that is no shot at Micah Parsons. That is just giving Nick Bosa a little bit more credit. And man, I couldn't be more excited for this game. I couldn't be more excited to see what actually happens and see how cold my take was or hot it was. I'm selling out the rest of 2023 with all my picks, boys.
I tell you, whoever wins this, that game versus the Eagles next week, whoever wins is gonna be nuts. It's gonna be nuts. Like this playoff, like it literally ramps up. It's supposed to, but it really is ramped up every weekend. So it's exciting stuff, man.
Yeah, I can't wait. I said Parsons is gonna go off today. We'll see. And Dallas wins. Money Change said.
That's killing them to say that.
It's gotta be, bro. Hey, but if whoever does win this game, they have to go on the road. They have to go on the road to Philly.
He's just picking the opposite of Austin. If you realize, that's literally what he's doing.
Hey, man, you might go undefeated if you do. I went 0-2 yesterday, dude. I went completely defeated yesterday, and it felt like it when I was watching that Giants game.
This could be my L week, because like these games literally I think could go either way. Really.
Yeah, these are tough picks.
Yeah.
But I think the Bengals and the Bills is tougher to pick than Dallas and 49ers in my book. But that's because I'm a diehard Dallas fan. But if I wasn't let me put it this way. If I wasn't a diehard Dallas fan, I would probably pick the 49ers. But since I am, I'm going with my heart. Now, if I was betting for money, I don't know. But I'm going with my heart. My heart says Dallas.
Hey, go with your heart, man. The whole slogan of this channel is to show your passion. So that's why I've been throwing all logic out of the window and just going down with complete emotion. And that's why that's why I think the Bills are going to lose, and that's why I think the 49ers are going to win. Because it comes down to who's got more heart. And I just think these teams do. I think Brock Purdy doesn't know what he doesn't know. And he's not going to overthink these moments. I think he's just going to play. And like Syl said, he's just going to follow the script. Kyle Shanahan's just going to be like, hey, do this. And he's going to be like, okay, I got it. And that's all it takes. Don't do anything extra. Just follow the fucking script.
So so what you're saying is we're feels before reels is what you're saying.
I did not fucking say that. You did.
Okay.
No, bro.
I don't give a fuck.
Both at the same
I'm
time.
going with my feels. I don't care about the reels, man. I'm not going 50-50 either, bro. Cowboys.
I'm all the way. I'm never one way or the other, bro. I'm all the way on one side.
Yeah.
And my side today is the 49ers, man. Santa Clara 49ers. And I can't wait to see both these games today. We got less than an hour now till the Bengals versus the Bills starts. Emotions are high in Orchard Park, I believe. And I imagine I'm gonna go ahead, look at my Instagram, and see all of my friends who are at the Buffalo Bills games, because New York boy, upstate New York boy. I'm sure a lot of people I know are there, and I'm gonna try and share some videos if I can. But besides that, and unsports related, we do have a little event going on right now on Twitter. So if anybody isn't aware, go ahead and send in your 30-second videos to these little hashtags right here. Hashtag these, tell Netflix what you want, follow the rules of engagement. I'm going to be making mine right after this stream ends and before the games start. And it's easy. It just drums up engagement and it's fun. And also, I know that the Hub account is going to use all these videos and kind of do like a compilation of everyone saying what they want and making a nice little heartfelt video. I know you boys haven't made yours yet, but are you? And what do you think about this little event we're doing today? Go ahead, Syl.
Yeah, Syl.
Yeah, definitely. We're for the movement and the cause, and so it's cool seeing people already getting their videos out there. And Sky kind of started the wave of that, so definitely in between. Probably like my wing refill, I'll probably make a quick video and, and say what's up real quick. This is about football today, but also, gotta give love to the movement.
Right. That's why I was like, this morning, I was like, what do I do? What do I do? Like, I want to send that video, but I'm doing a fucking show today. It's NFL. Like, these are the biggest games. I did a lot of prep for this show. I was like, yeah, I'm sorry, but I got to put out the football shit first, and I'll do the event after. Y'all can hold it down for right now. But Necron, how you feeling about today as far as the event goes?
Oh yeah, it's always good to keep coming up with. Even though we're gonna do our trending event on 2/14, you gotta keep the engagement going and come up with, keep people still engaged in between now and then. And I think this only helps building to the 2/14 event to have people posting their 30-second videos. Why, we got to keep this going, and Netflix needs to buy this. So definitely a good thing. Definitely, engagement is awareness, and awareness is engagement. That's what it boils down to. Doesn't always matter who's right or wrong, or who's getting that engagement, but we're right on this one. So it's a great thing.
For me, it feels like a pop-up.
That's what I'm saying. It's a great cause. It really, it doesn't bother any other fandoms, which I think is very unique. It's not getting in the way of what James Gunn wants to do, and it's not taking away your Patterson and all that stuff. It's literally just like, yo, this is a business opportunity. Check it out. And it's really been the best move, and I'm real talk that I've ever been a part of, since release. Since release of Snyder Cut. Yeah. And, I'm just saying, it's like anyone that's hating on this or it's like whatever, it's like they got other issues like in their life. That's really that's really where we're at right now. To be mad about this.
Yeah. I can't stress that enough, dude. I can't stress that enough. I say that shit all the time, bro. You got
and we can't waste too much time, with people, detractors. Like the people have already spoken. It's trended. Forbes have been covering it like every week. So yeah, we're good with this. Let's just keep pushing.
Yep. Keep the positivity up. Keep the positivity up. This is a pop-up event. Like, people have like pop-up shops or whatever. You go and see like a limited release. This is a limited release from Snyderverse fans, from Snyder fans in general. Let Netflix know that you're hyped for Rebel Moon, and you're also hyped with what they could possibly do by licensing ZSJL to their platform. And I think the scope as far as what people think about the possibility of this is only hindered by your own imagination, because once money's involved, anything can happen. And Netflix has got money, dude. Anything could possibly happen. And this is Zack Snyder we're talking about. This man created his own fucking franchise because people denied him the opportunity to make stuff for them. So he can do whatever he damn well pleases in his own universe. If he's given the keys, he'll put his foot on the gas, and so will we. And that's what we're doing today. We're putting our foot on the gas a little bit. going out in the driveway and fucking revving up the engine. I know Necron likes to do that every once in a while too with that.
Dude,
that
you kind of just gave away what I thought I was going to do in my video. I'm like, I'm going to go out in my car. And at the end, so expect that incoming. So that's what I'm going to do.
Yes.
But, you got to have a variety of different type of videos.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And it shows also how diverse his fandom is. No one's going to just keep doing the same thing. We come together just like the world came together as a Justice League and will come together as a Justice League. Doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, as long as you're positive and you're supporting it and you're engaging in a good manner, man, we want you to be a part of this too. And we want the more the merrier. That your grandma, your fucking dog, we don't care who's in the video. Show us a video and show us the love so we can also show you guys love. And that Hub account, like I said, has said that they want to put a little compilation video together of everyone's videos. So make sure you're tagging them and tagging Netflix in those tweets so they can see it very easily. And we can get this thing started with this first little pop-up event of these hashtags. And man, I couldn't be more proud of everybody too. What's going on? Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, it's been amazing, man. Money James was asking about the Rebel Moon trailer. We don't have the official word on that yet.
Yep.
But Netflix may be an interesting topic in the future. With Zach and everything. And so we're gonna keep our ears open. I'll say that, Money James.
Like I said, man, the possibilities are endless when there's money involved. You never know what's going to happen, bro. You never know what's going to happen. But make sure y'all are obviously keeping some time open for this upcoming week, Tuesday, Wednesday. You definitely want to be watching Rogues, watching a special little Wednesday stream that Syl's going to have. So what else you got coming up, Syl?
Yeah, and actually, so I gotta. You just reminded me of something. I gotta send a message about something, but real quick, let's see. So yeah, let's see.
Oh, you go ahead.
Wednesday,
Go ahead. Yeah.
Wednesday we're planning potentially a special stream. Tuesday is Rose, like you said. And I was just talking to someone. A side note, I'm doing a special gaming stream, kind of like gaming talk. Probably either Thursday or Friday this week. Again, I'm going to introduce just kind of different topics, like rotating on like a Thursday or a Friday every week. And it's just to diversify the topics because, first of all, I know everyone's still bummed out about DC stuff. And, I will happily, do like a whole hour about the latest James Gunn stuff I'm hearing, but everyone, everyone doesn't want that. So we're going to mix it up and kind of do different stuff. So that new Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League game coming out, I think it's May. And I've been playing Arkham games like all week, so I'm kind of hyped up on Arkham games right now. So we're gonna do a nice discussion where it's like a potential story leak of the Suicide Squad game and just kind of different details. And we're just gonna kind of have fun with kind of talking and speculating because the story may not be true, but it's fun to speculate a little bit. I don't gotta be right all the time. I can speculate. So for the gamers in Syl Nation, because eventually I'm gonna set up my own gaming setup for Twitch, but we're gonna kind of discuss that leak and just the possibilities of the gaming. So this is another topic we're trying to branch out and do. So, but before we get to that, like I said, exciting week for the Mikeyverse. Just exciting stuff. I'm just gonna be happy for Mikey when he talks about what he wants to talk about or whatever needs to come out is gonna come out. So exciting stuff.
Yes. Israel. That is exactly what we're saying. That's exactly what we're saying. But hey,
yes.
with Money Train James saying this comment, that's a perfect way to bring Necron in to say what he's got coming up, because I know that you just watched The Last of Us.
Yeah, I did.
And
I watched that.
Yeah, how did you play the game as well? And how did you feel about that? And then tell us what you got coming up.
I did play the game, but I never got to finish it because I borrowed the game from a friend who had to move away. I had to give it, so I never got to finish it. But I needed just to buy it cheap used, and I'm good. But whatever. But what I did play, man, it was an intense game. What a great story. and so far in the show, it really feels like if you like the game, I think you're gonna like the show. Just because the story is, it's not, they're not deviating, like it's not like exactly the same damn thing. So but it's like the same feel of the story, and
Right.
the characters act the way they act, and that's what I like about the show so far. But you didn't get too much into the whole. They actually, what was cool about, they show the origin of how it all started. It's not like a Walking Dead situation where it's already taken over and you don't know how it started, but you're in a situation. It starts and then it jumps 20 years later after, but you do get an origin story and what's going on. So yeah, I like that. They're zombies, but they're not. So
right. Oh yeah. They're crazy. They're like they have clickers and all these different types. I played the game as well when it obviously.
I don't even remember. Did the game actually tell you the origin of the plague or any of that? Because I don't know.
I think so. I don't necessarily remember though. I do remember just like either driving or being on a highway, like trying to get to a radio station. That's literally all I remember from that game.
Yeah.
And then like being dark and just creeping around with Ellie or whatever her name is.
Yeah.
And just being so fucking scared of those clickers. That's all I remember from playing that game, dude. Yeah. But Pedro Pascal, how is he as an actor as far as that goes with this game?
I thought he was great.
Perfect.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it. And the girl that he's trying to protect too, she's on point too as well. I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to episode 2. I'm probably gonna watch it right after the Dallas game. That's what my plan will be this evening. Either win or lose, I'm gonna watch The Last of Us episode 2 before I go to bed tonight. So I'm into it. I'm gonna keep watching it. I think it's gonna get a lot better because the first episode obviously is setting up everything.
Right.
And I'll just give a small plot detail away. At the end of the episode, they're going out of the quarantine zone and into into the world of the zombies or whatever.
Because they have to, right? It's kind of how it was in the game.
He has to take her across country. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's what it is. Yep. Yeah. It's like, oh, well, here we fucking go.
Yeah. Yeah. Shit's gonna get real, as they say. And then once they leave the quarantine zone.
You said you played the game or no?
I played half of it, the first one. I never got to finish it. Like I had to give it away. But what I played was really good and awesome. It's a compelling storyline that I remember. Like
you played the half of us.
Yeah, I only got to play half of us.
I haven't played the game. Like I said, I got to branch out on my game, and normally I just play Madden and 2K.
Oh, bro.
Or Arkham. But I'm gonna try to branch out a little bit and get into that game because like I do want to kind of know the lore before I'm still gonna watch the show, but I'm sure I'm feeling like I won't get it. I won't get what what's going on if I don't know the game.
Yeah, dude. That's a game you have to play. I would love as someone who came into this whole situation just watching you and liking your reactions in general. I would love to see you play The Last of Us live. Because especially when those you getting creeped out by zombies is something I need to see, bro. Just you getting jump scared and shit.
It's funny because I was playing Arkham the other day and like I think it was Arkham Knight where the man bat jumps out and like that gave me a jump scare. I was like, man,
dude, I remember that. It's out of nowhere.
I thought that wasn't live when I was like, oh my God. Like, oh yeah, I'm Batman.
I need that, dude, because I feel like there's gonna be a whole lot of you pausing the game and just setting your headphones down. I'm like, bro, that was too much. That was too much for right now.
Yeah, I do remember all that. You're creeping around in these dark rooms and you hear clickers, but you don't know where they're at. And you're like, oh God, this making me nervous.
Wild. I know the old school Resident Evil. I thought that was cool. So if it has like jump moments like that, I'll be cool.
Oh yeah, this was like I believe it was Game of the Year. Like I mean, it was really well done. It's the story's compelling and the way that you play the game really immerses you into it. So you feel like the character. I forget what the guy's name is. I forget what it is.
I forget it.
But
terrible.
Oh man, and even when it came out, I don't know if it was on. I think it was on PS3 first, if I'm not mistaken. And it was still like amazing graphics. Yeah. It was still amazing graphics for being on that. And now I want to play. Money Dream says, yeah, playing the games makes the show a difference. Yeah, for sure. Because like I said, you experience it.
Yeah, I got to set up my little gaming setup because that'd be cool. That'd be cool to do that live.
Yeah.
I've watched that. Syl creeping around fighting.
I need it, bro. I need it. I need to see him get scared by this fucking. Especially there's one specific mission where you literally just have to weave. You have no choice. You have to just like weave in, and you go so slow. If you hit the joystick too hard and your guy moves too quick, like it's literally they find you. You're dead. Like that mission killed me, dude. And I need to see Syl do that. Oh man, I'm hyped right now.
Are you talking about the one where you had to go into the building, like an old apartment complex, and it was just loaded with them, and you had to?
Yes, that's what it is.
I remember that one. That sucked.
Yeah, that was the hardest. That's what I mean. I feel like there's gonna be times
they were everywhere.
Right, I need to take a quick break, chat. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. We just hear like the door close, and he comes back with like, yeah, that fucking jug again. He just starts drinking more. He's like, all right, let's go ahead. Black Ops 3 type of zombies. Yeah. Oh man. Nah, we don't need to see that. That's too much. That's overkill. But seeing him play this game and experience the story and re-experience. It's been so long since I played. I like to re-experience things with people who haven't experienced it before. Because then I go, oh yeah, I remember that. And then you remember things like me and Necron just did with the apartment complex. Like, oh, wait till Syl hits this fucking part. I can't wait for that. I can't wait. Yeah, bro. You know where the DM. You know what the DMs are, bro. I can help you out. Set the Twitch stream up as far as gaming goes too. So you know what it is already.
The streets need it.
Bro. He's not.
That's what the streets want. I guess I gotta do it then.
Hey, bro. People,
that'd be a good tie-in too, because the show's on right now, and you're playing the game. Then you could, dude, that'd be a good idea, man.
I love it. I love it, man. Yeah, and he's got. Don't forget about Daily Planet Patreon, dude. It's like $1, isn't it? You just $1. You just spend $1, you get a free daily show.
Coming with the Patreon, like I said, with Mikey and myself. And yeah, definitely, you gotta be a patron to see the live show, and then after the live show, it is archived, to a higher level. So you catch it live, that's great. And if you want to support as well, that's great as well too. And it's Monday through Friday. It's Mikey for like 30 minutes or less, and he's he's doing his thing because like I said, Mikey's about to get really busy. So this is like a perfect kind of pivot to get him to do that on the go. As far as the future of Rogues, we're still negotiating, but he probably only could do like an hour, so I got to kind of cut down the run time. But we'll see. So Daily Planet Monday through Friday, that's gonna be great. Right now, Rogues is still a thing Tuesday, so we're tentative on that. So,
bro, we couldn't get through this whole stream without seeing one of these. Shout out Integrity. What's good, Integrity? Yeah. But hey, he says Money Train says put Smallville on hold. We need to see Syl stream.
Yeah, Smallville. That talk's coming next month.
I can't
Once
wait.
a month. I'm gonna get the Super Bros, Corey and Trey. We're gonna toss some Smallville.
Perfect. Yeah,
Sylville, as Austin said.
Yeah,
and once a month we're gonna do that, and then another day I'll do the gaming. So yeah.
Oh
cool
man,
stuff.
People gotta keep supporting if you want to see more Syl. You know where to hit that Stream Elements link and all that shit. Make sure that you're supporting everybody in Syl Nation as well, because we all want to give you more content. And look at, man, we got Syl here on my stream right now. Like, amazing. Finished another day of divisional round playoff predictions. We got about 20 minutes till the Bills versus Bengals start. We spent a good half hour talking about nothing related to football, which I love.
I said Smallville.
You said Smallville.
Oh Lord!
And I heard it in my head. I heard the song start immediately from last night.
I literally was thinking, "Where's Corey?
You see why he's gonna be a part of that? Like, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer, man.
No.
It's gonna be great.
Too much.
I love it. Absolutely. We got so many things planned. and what you guys know isn't even the biggest of news. So I can't wait till everyone's filled in, and as a little bit at least, and we get to hype up everything we're doing this year. 2023, this is just the beginning. These hashtags are just an accident, and it's hilarious that this is happening, man. I got nothing but love for everybody in the chat. Super Bowl, thanks for coming in late. Integrity, thanks for coming in late with that. ZSJL2 is inevitable. Uh-oh.
There you go.
Uh-oh. Damn it, Corey.
Well,
Why'd you have to do that on this
Corey's
show?
the jinxer.
Oh. Damn,
about
bro.
settles
Well,
it.
It's over. It's over, I guess. 49ers. I guess they're going to lose if that
Been
happens.
proven. This has all been proven.
No. Yeah. Science, bro. It's been
This
fact.
is through science. It's literally analytics and science.
He's got a record, man, and Corey is undefeated. Let me tell you. He is undefeated. But boys, Necron, I know you did the witching hour, half hour yesterday. We have
I
another
ended
one that's
up an
coming up.
hour. Yeah.
An hour, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Anything? What's coming up for you this week, my friend?
I'll probably do I'm gonna try to do a witching hour once a week. And it'll probably be Friday nights or Saturday night, because that way I can just go late as hell and
Right.
everybody can stick around. So yeah, that'll probably be my thing. I do want to have another movie talk about, so I haven't picked which movie. So, but those always end up being fun too. And I think I'll invite the whole cool table back if we find a movie we all want to talk about.
Should do a
dude.
vampire movie. So I'm getting like
Hey,
Mikey. Just go ahead.
I would, bro. Hey, Salem's Lot. If you guys ever seen Salem's Lot.
Well, there is a good variety of vampire movies to choose from, so I will look into that. Yeah.
Yeah, we can definitely.
And they're
do
coming
that.
with that new Salem's Lot, so maybe
That's-
a retro Salem's Lot review would be cool.
Dude, I can tell you all about how I was scarred by that movie at the age of 5 years old because I wanted to be a vampire for Halloween. And we won't go into that now, but yeah, I got a good story about that. So yeah, make sure y'all, as Osa said, and shout out Osa for reminding us, make sure y'all drop your 30-second video asking Netflix to consider licensing the Snyderverse. And it's only these two hashtags. Don't put any of the other hashtags in there.
Oh.
Tell Netflix what you want. Also, in the text of that video, and make sure you're being positive. Make sure you're following the rules of engagement, and make sure y'all come back on Wednesday night for Freezing Cold Takes, and make sure you're following these two gentlemen on this panel. Guys, thank you for coming again, and back-to-back days for this playoff weekend. Guess what next week is, boys?
Yeah.
Championship weekend
Already
already there. And we might have missed week 1 of this season, but we ain't missing one more fucking week. We're going to be here every single week. We're going to be back for Championship Sunday. So I hope y'all come back in the chat. Thank you for supporting, as always. And we'll see y'all next time. Ooh, another countdown done. Let's go.